Hello, chat. Welcome back to Samurai Benatar. Uh, this is my third LEGO Superior Club video, and today I'll be ranking the top 10 LEGO themes. First, before we get into the top 10, we're going to go over some honorable mentions, and I actually have two categories of honorable mentions. The first one is up-and-comers. So this is themes that in the past haven't been so amazing, but are coming out with some really great sets this year or even late last year. So first we got City for this category. I read on Reddit or something, I think, that one of the Speed Champions designers moved to City. So I think that's why we're getting builds like this excavator, this crane that looks so realistic and detailed and amazing. Not sure if the same guy worked on this truck, but the truck's really cool as well. Definitely pick that up at Costco if you can for $75. Don't pay $100 for that though. Next, for up-and-comers, we got Creator 3-in-1. In the past, these have been kind of joke sets that you just get for like your 5-year-old cousin Will. But yeah, look at the sets on screen. Look how detailed and realistic they are. This started Jan 1st of 2023 with the Majestic Tiger, and it's only gotten better since then with this. We got the camera, we got a bunch of realistic animals like the giraffe and the fox, and of course the ukulele, which has been avoiding me, but I really want to get that one at some point. Yes, I know. I just saw some hate for this theme in chat, but maybe you guys just haven't seen these sets. But Friends have also been coming out with some bangers recently. Look at these two sets. Take out the mini dolls. Yes, that's what these guys are called for those of you who don't know. But yeah, take out these mini dolls, and this could just be like a normal icons or ideas set or a really good city set. Both of these, I have this greenhouse. This castle bed and breakfast just came out June 1st, I think. I haven't gotten it yet, but yeah, I'm definitely going to get that at some point. For our next honorable mentions category, we got the old classics. So these are some long retired sets that just have to give a shout out to. So first we got Atlantis. I don't know how many of you even know about this theme, but it's a really great theme. It's got these cool fish villain guys. This was one of the best sets. I have this one, thankfully. Yeah, it's got the sunken city of Atlantis. It had these cool treasures to collect, and these diver guys. I never really cared for their vehicles. Here's another Atlantis slide just to show the minifigures, some of the cool minifigures. This is one of the cooler good guy vehicles. But mostly I just like the underwater structures. Like this is really cool. I think it's called like Gateway to Atlantis or something. But yeah, that Gateway to Atlantis, the minifigs, this Atlantis set, really, really cool theme. Just wanted to give that a shout out. Brickheads. This theme's been around for a long time. It's not retired, but I just thought it fit well in this category since it's pretty old. But yeah, I know there's some Brickhead hate in chat. I know we've debated whether Pops or Brickheads are better, but I think Brickheads are very superior. Yeah. I just put some of my favorites on here, but there's so many for any theme that you can, any franchise you can think of has got good Brickheads. So, moving on to the top 10. Number 10, we got Technic. So I got some of my favorite sets on here. This Ford GT, best Technic set ever in my opinion. Really beautiful. I really want this McLaren at some point. Jealous of Zeke for having it already. I don't know if he's started building, but I hope he does soon. Yeah, they can make some really cool cars, and they're getting better and better. I mean, look at this Mercedes. I mean, the gaps on this thing are almost non-existent for a Technic set. Very impressive. The reason I have Technic so low is they can make some real stinkers, like these weird, stinker sets. I'd say like 75% of their sets are kind of just not interesting or not good looking. And the thing about Technic is it's a whole different realm, so you can't stay there forever unless you're Zeke. But for most of us, Technic is just a nice change of pace every once in a while, but it's not the main Lego that we know and love. But it's nice to change pace every once in a while. But yeah, number 9, we got SpongeBob. This one's an interesting one because if you're being objective and you look at these sets, they're not that well designed. I mean, the Krusty Krab, this is just like, this could be a poly bag almost. Pretty bad. I'd say the best set is the Build-A-Bob. Yeah, very good set. Best SpongeBob set. What carries this set this theme onto the top 10 is definitely mostly nostalgia, but also the minifigures. Look at this minifig lineup. It goes so hard, and the builds have definitely aged, but these minifigures haven't. These minifigs are timeless, amazing. The Flying Dutchman does look a little weird, but the rest of these guys are timeless. I mean, if they rebooted the theme, they wouldn't have to change much. Maybe give SpongeBob some dual molding on his legs and arms. Yeah, that Patrick Fig, just imagine dual molded legs, green on the upper half, tan on the bottom half. That's all you really need to change. These figs are great. And yeah, I gave this the Squandered Potential Award. Lego fumbled the rights to SpongeBob to some knockoffs, and yeah, they really need to bring this back. The UCS Krusty Krab's my most wanted set by far right now. Number 8, we got Power Miners. Very nostalgic for me. I got every single Power Miner set. This was one of the hardest themes that I went for in my youth. This was before I kept sets together, and most of them got all of them got destroyed in my loose bins. But last summer, these top 2 here, the Crystal Sweeper and the Boulder Blaster, I think this one's called, I went through every loose bin I have and piece by piece got them back together. I even had to find the pieces with the exact stickers on them and everything. It was very difficult, but very worth it. Now I have them on display. It's pretty low because not all the sets are that great, and it was just really a fun theme back in the day. Some of them still look really cool, some of them don't, but yeah, very nostalgic. Number 7, we got Architecture. Dane, you might be upset that Architecture's so low, but I'm surprised too. But I reviewed this. What I did was pick out a list of themes that I thought were the best, narrowed it down to the top 10, and then I just had to spend days, weeks even, not eating or sleeping, just determining how to rank these. And this is where it gets difficult. 10 through 8 was pretty easy for me, as well as we'll get there, but this is where it gets difficult, this middle section. So Architecture, pardon, If you look back over every architecture set, you will see that a big majority, like 80% of the architecture sets, are very dated. Still, some are really cool, but some are just extremely simplistic and not that impressive for today's standards. But here we got little Eiffel Tower, great set. I think Dane should get this to go with his big one. Of course, we got the skyline sub-theme in architecture. Those are really fun sets. I hope they bring those back, but yeah, I think they've kind of done every city, but hopefully they can come up with some more. Eiffel Tower, one of my, oh my gosh, Statue of Liberty, I mean. Sorry, it's 2:30, 2 a.m. Anyways, Statue of Liberty, one of my favorite sets of all time. It's beautiful. I can't believe Dane doesn't have this. Please get it. It's so amazing. It's just so great. Notre Dame, new set. Honestly, could be the best architecture set ever. Subjectively, or objectively, sorry. This details, it's just beautiful. It's so well detailed, so well built. Part usage is amazing. I wish I could have built Dane's. I probably still will. He'll probably give up. But yeah. I like Statue of Liberty better still, but if you say Notre Dame is better, I will not argue with you on that. And then I have Great Wall of China, one of my other favorite architecture sets. Just wanted to put that on there. I think that's a really good one. Number 6, we got Marvel. Something about this one. If we were doing my favorite themes instead of best themes, this would probably be like 2 or 3 for me. But I wanted to try to... I did put some of my opinion in this list, of course. It's unavoidable, but I tried to focus this around which are better objectively instead of subjectively, and tried to craft this list based on not my biased opinion on how much I love the Infinity Saga. But yeah, like these 4 sets right here, these are all on my top 10 list, probably. I can't say S.H.I.E.L.D. for sure, but these 3 sets are in my top 5 sets ever. So I'm definitely biased towards this theme, but even if you don't like Marvel, you gotta admit, look at these. Their buildings, Avengers Tower. I mean, even if you don't like Marvel, these just go hard as buildings, as modulars. And there's spaceships, the Benatar, the Milano that just came out. They're stepping up in quality tremendously. They're like UCS Star Wars level at this point, and I'm here for it. I put it pretty low, or relatively low in the mid section, because they make a lot of stinkers. A lot of stupid mechs and like monster trucks and stupid crap. So I know it's not deserving of top 5 if I'm being honest, but just look at it's a top heavy theme. If you look at these sets, they're amazing, but there's a lot of stinkers for sure. Number 5, Botanical. It's maybe controversial, I don't know, but I just looked at all the Botanical sets and just realized that none of them miss. No misses. Got some of the best sets ever. Bonsai Tree. You can get this for $40. Great deal. I think it's like 800 pieces. I think everyone should have that. I also think, I can't believe not more people have the orchids. Probably my second favorite Botanical. Chrysanthemum just came out. Have yet to build it, but look at that. Look at that pot and that stand. Beautiful. I will concede that the the sets, the bouquet sets without pots, those are really bad because you have to get your own vase. And they're kind of just, they kind of fall apart very easily. But they don't look bad. You can't say they look bad. No, yeah. I think you guys are sleeping on this theme. I don't know why no one has any of these sets on the bottom. I'm glad there's some bonsai tree owners. I think more people need to own the bonsai tree. And some of you guys need to look into this theme a little more. Yeah, even if you're not big into Lego, you can just buy these, build them, and just have them on your desk or something. They just look great, and they won't die. Moving on to number 4, we got art. This is another one with not a big list of sets like the Botanicals, or similar to the Botanicals. They have a small lineup, but they just don't miss. The modern art set, yes, one of the worst sets of all time. Let's just not talk about that though. The Great Wave, Mona Lisa, these parrots, the Iron Man mosaic, Star Wars mosaic, the Batman mosaic, and of course world map. I should have put world map on here. It would have fit right here. Yeah, they just don't miss, and like Technic, it's kind of a different build experience for sure. It's an every once in a while type of purchase for sure. Oh, and the flower mosaic, forgot about that. The one that's hanging up over my hamper, for those of you who know my room. Yeah, I kind of missed putting some sets on here, but trust me, this theme is very good for how little they miss. Okay, on to the big 3. This is a big one. For number 3, I think I have like 3 or 4 slides just for the number 3 spot, which is of course Icons. This used to be called the Creator Expert line. It's now called the Icons line, and Icons is just extremely broad, very big list of sets. So I split it up into a few categories. First, we got real life models. Windmill, tried to scam some retard on Marketplace to get this. Deal didn't go through. I want to get it at some point though, hopefully. We got Matthew's Baby, the Artemis launch. I had the pleasure of building this set. It wasn't the best build, but I mean, the end result's undeniably spectacular. Eiffel Tower, we know how I feel about this build, but it's a behemoth, an icon, if you will. We got some good space sets. Titanic, great real life models, and just some behemoths. This theme has some behemoths. Next in the Icons theme, still on number 3, we got the 1/12 scale cars, and the Harley Davidson is, I think that's a lot bigger than 1/12, but I just threw it on here because I don't know, because I wanted to. But yeah, as you may know, this is one of my favorite sub themes. These 1/12 scale cars. I really like vintage cars and sports cars and stuff, as opposed to like the the racing cars that Technic tends to do. Yeah, I prefer like the street cars and stuff. Even though I'm not a big car guy, but Zeke also loves this theme. But yeah, they rarely miss on these. These are all really great. I know the community had some issues with the Countach, but it's still just amazing, despite a few little inaccuracies. Excuse my throat clearing. Not used to talking this long. Anyways, we got the modulars are also in Icons. very big theme, like I said. We got the Persian restaurant, Parisian per whatever. We got the Palace Cinema, and yes, this isn't a modular technically, but I just threw it on here because it kind of fits. Yeah, I'm not too big into modulars, but I'm not going to deny that they're beautiful and they're just very well built, and they're not my thing, but that doesn't discredit how great that most of them are. The Boutique Hotel, I got that one just because how amazing that one was. Yeah, great set. If you like this line, I think you can be happy with Icons at number 3. I think this is the last section for Icons. And Dane will like this. This is the Winter Village sub-theme. All those sets fall under Icons. So, number 3. Some great sets. Great sets for sure. Oh, even more Icons. Yeah, we got some random licenses that when they want to make a license set, but it doesn't really, like, they don't want to create a whole other theme. Like, they're not going to make like 10 Back to the Future sets, so they just make one and throw it under the Icons. Same for Dune and Lord of the Rings. Except Lord of the Rings might be getting its own theme, but for now, it's slated under Icons. But yeah, Ornithopter, one of my favorites. Back to the Future car, definitely in my top 5, I think. Yeah, we got some great ones. The Eye of Sauron set that Matt just got, that would also be in the Icons theme as well. Number 2, I know this one this will probably be the most controversial pick. I know that me and Zeke are the only Speed Champions enthusiasts in chat, but I'm going to make my case, so bear with me. So, first here, I just got some of the most beautiful sets that they've made. Got the Ford GT Heritage Edition. I think this is my favorite Speed Champions. We got the Ferrari F40. We got the Mercedes 2-pack. Great value for this $45 set, I believe. Please look into this if you're interested. Great value. Top right here, we got a shout out to my very first Speed Champion set from 2015. Back when they were still doing 8-wide, if you didn't know. Back when they were still doing 6-wide. This is a 6-wide Speed Champions. And they did 2 or 3 waves, maybe 4, in the 6-wide format. But they switched to 8-wide eventually. That's what these guys are, all down here. Allowed them to get a lot more detail in, as well as getting too many figures in you can fit too many figures in side by side now, which is very impressive. It's always incredible how they pull that off. I gave this number 2 theme the Cracked Out Designers Award, because just the things that they can do with this theme is just unbelievable. You wouldn't believe it if you are someone who pays attention to the engineering of your sets when you're building them. This is definitely a theme that I want you to check out. It's just amazing, and I'm gonna get more into that. This is another Ferrari. This is one of the first 8-wides they did. Look at the layering of plates that are just off grid. Look how many different layers we got down in here. The different directions of studs. We got studs going this way. We got studs going this way. Yeah. And this is just their start with the 8-wide. Here's another 6-wide that I just wanted to show a really cool part usage that shows how smart the Speed Champions designers are. This tail light is a rubber band, a red rubber band stretched around some pieces. That's just genius. And this was way back a long time ago. They've gotten way smarter. Okay, now I'm going to get into... I'm going to show it. I just picked out a random Speed Champions, and I just wanted to show how amazing their geometry and engineering is. Some of you might not care about this. Matthew, you might get a nosebleed from this part of the video. You might just want to skip ahead. Dane, you also might struggle watching this part, but just bear with me, guys. So this is the Stingray, the Chevrolet Stingray, or the Corvette Stingray. So for the rear bumper, as you can see, this 2x3 light gray tile is sticking out by just like a little tiny bit, and it's very impressive. Like, look at how it's just sticking out just like a tiny bit, and I believe it's a half a plate wide, and the geometry on how they achieve this is just mind-boggling, and the fact that this is just a random car that I picked out. So your sub build begins with these stud on the side bricks, and to show how complex this geometry gets, we got some regular stud on the side bricks, and then we got some of these recessed what are called headlight brick pieces, just to get different heights and just make the geometries all fit together perfectly. So we got this piece that's a modified 1x1 plate with a with a bar on the side. Many of you have seen this, I'm sure. It's an extra piece. It's a common small piece. But they ingeniously use this with a 1x2 plate right here to stick into these modified stud on the side bricks. And this little stopper right here, I'm sure that the genius designers at Legos thought of this when they were designing this piece. But even if they didn't, the Speed Champions designers discovered it. That if you stick that in there, put the plate on, put another plate on top, then you are effectively shifting your grid over half a stud instead of one full stud. So you can see here, we're on grid with this long red tile, on grid with this 1x2 turquoise tile, and then this red bracket here is not a full plate over to be lined up with this cheese slope 1x2. It's actually halfway in between using these pieces. So they stick these gray 2x3 tiles on, and you got this little half stud wide overhang, and then they use some more geometry to get these gray cheese slopes to line up perfectly with those, of course. And we also got some crazy stud reversal directions. We got studs on top here, then going studs on side, and then using this sub build to go from studs on top, studs on side, then studs facing back. So we got up, side, back, and of course they just did all the math perfectly so that this tile flushes perfectly with the side of this below the bumper, and it just all looks perfect. And this tile flushes with these right here, and we just get this amazing Stingray as an end result. And yeah, beautiful car. The rest of the car doesn't have anything too crazy design wise, but the rear bumper is just something that is very incredible. I just spoiled number one. Yeah, number one for McCoy. What can I say about this theme? They came in, they did a one and done, and they just left, and they didn't elaborate. They just dropped it and left. Yeah, so number one's for McCoy. Just kidding. It's ideas, obviously. Look at these absolute bangers. Ideas has the best ratio of biggest catalog to least amount of misses. And that's what earned it number one spot. Yes, it has a few misses, but for how big the theme is and how long it's been running. It used to be called Cusco, for those of you who didn't know, way back in the day, and I'll have some older sets on here. But beautiful Orient Express A-frame cabin. Actually just finished building this Polaroid, and it's even better than I thought it was when I put it on this list, or put its picture on this list. Incredible engineering, incredible how they got such a compact Technic feature in here to lock in a picture and then press the button and shoot it out. It's just, it's crazy. The globe, incredible engineering to get a ball and Lego with studs going all different directions. Lighthouse. What can I say about Lighthouse? I mean, look at it. It looks like just an amazing mock. Like, it looks too good to even be a set. It's crazy. I know some of you are scared by the price tag, but it has lights. It rotates. The cabin has orange lights, and this has a yellow light, or sorry, white light, for the lighthouse. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else has any of these sets in chat, but please get some of these, guys. These are just, I know even if you don't have them, you know how amazing they are. Just look into these. Maybe next time, instead of getting the Star Wars, get one of these beauties. Okay. So here's the humble beginnings of Ideas. Ideas is a theme that they get their selections from community voted mocks that people make and post on Lego's Ideas website. If the mock gets to 10,000 votes, then they will put it under a review process, and they pick like 2 or 3 sets through each review process and make them sets. And I think they do like two review processes a year, maybe. This is one of the most successful themes, just because it's directly asking the people what they want, and some of these earlier sets are still pretty cool, not as jaw-dropping as the sets today from Ideas, but we got these really cool birds that I know Dane has always wanted, never gotten though. We got our first Back to the Future set. We got this cool exoskeleton, our first Minecraft set. Yeah, that's another cool thing about Ideas, is it brings a lot of new license themes that otherwise Lego didn't plan on making. Overall, Ideas is just the GOAT. Look at all these sets. Look at the Wall-E. This goes for like $500. Got these amazing buildings: Medieval Blacksmith, Viking Village. I'm glad Bo got this. Old Fisherman Store, whatever it's called. Cole is disrespecting this set by how he has it just demolished. And I feel sorry for those of you who don't have the ship in the bottle, really. I know a lot of you have the sailboat. That was a gift with purchase 2 Augusts ago. That was an Ideas set. The more you know. Yeah, Ideas is number 1. I think it was easy to place Ideas as number 1. It was just an easy choice for me. They don't miss, rarely. Anyways, that's my list. Please tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. Yeah. See you later, chat.